Tom, firstly, welcome here, mate. Excited to sort of come to this area and start the pre-season camp?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the sunny coast is a great spot for us. It always has been. I know the boys enjoy getting up here. We find it to be really valuable to come up here, engage with the community, but also the benefits of training up on the Sunshine Coast as well.
With the Gold Coast down south, do you find yourself sort of extending your fan base up north a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I think in the past it's probably shown that. We have a lot of community camps and so on up here, and we get a lot of support from the Sunshine Coast, which is important to us as a footy club and players as well. So we want to continue to build that relationship and continue to grow that. So there is a fair few ex-Victorians that do sort of migrate to the Sunshine Coast, so it's important that we try and get them on board as much as we can, and with the Gold Coast obviously on the south side, we'd love to have the north side, and we've started to pick up a few boys obviously that have played a fair bit of footy on the Sunshine Coast as well, which is good.
We'll touch on those, Eric and Jono as well. How are the boys coming along?
Yeah, they've settled in really well. Eric's obviously been in the system for a few years now with the academy and so on, which is doing wonders, especially on the Sunshine Coast, and can't speak highly enough of the way the footy club's gone about that and growing the game, especially in Queensland, which is still sort of an untapped market. So for us, it is important to come up here and continue to grow that. But those two boys are going really well. Jono's been a little bit slow this pre-season. He's starting to get back into it now, and he's starting to hit the ground running at the right time of year. And Eric's he's slotted in nicely. It's exciting to have a few key forwards amongst our group now.
Big thrill for them to sort of get back here as part of the Lions team.
Yeah, I think so. Eric's down in Melbourne at the moment. He has the induction weekend with the AFLPA, but they all land tonight, so it'll be good to have all them boys here. But they're the locals, so they'll show us around, no doubt. So it is exciting. It's good to get up here, and I think a few of the boys are going to hang around for the weekend as well, and along the Sunshine Coast and up to Noosa as well.
What is the sort of plans for these next couple of days?
It's a normal type week for us. Obviously, other teams come here and it's more of a camp, but we'll have our main training session. We had one yesterday in Brisbane, but we'll have tomorrow morning and then Friday morning as well, and we'll look just to do some different activities along the way as well. I think this is a great opportunity for us out here at the Aqua Park at Coolum to just engage with the community, another opportunity. But we've also got a super clinic tomorrow afternoon, which is really exciting. I think it's a perfect time of year, I suppose, up here. It's school holidays from 12:30 to 2 o'clock, so we'll be encouraging everyone to get along, and the boys really enjoy running the clinics, especially at the Maroochydore facility there. It's an outstanding facility and a really first-class facility.
I guess a little bit of fun today, but the clock's ticking. The season's on its way. It's 2016. There must be some hard work being going on at the club.
Yeah, absolutely. I think after Christmas it goes so quick. You get back into it. You have your Christmas break. We had 6 or 7 weeks before Christmas, so we know it's just around the corner. You start your games in about 4 or 5 weeks, so this little block's important for us as well. You've got to train hard, but also the recovery element of it. So we've got a probably heavy 2-3 week block, and then we'll have a couple of days off, and then really start to build in the NAB Cup from there.
I guess it didn't really sort of affect the Lions, but you sort of feel sorry for, I guess, your fellow peers are there at Essendon at the moment? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when you put in a compromised situation, which it seems that the players were, I think when you go to a footy club, it's one in, all in, so to speak. And I know personally back in 2012, no one really would have asked too much about what was going in their system if the doctor sort of ticked off on it, or the football staff ticked off on it. That's what players trust the people around them, and footy clubs can't operate if you don't trust them. So you definitely feel sorry for the players that are caught up in it, and the football club. It's not really for us to comment on, but we know that our protocols are right at the footy club, and we're on the right track, so it's not really for us to comment. But in saying that, you do feel for the players, because they unfortunately are going to miss 12 months of footy, and it could be the end of a couple of careers, which is a disappointing thing for them. It's been hanging around for 3.5 years, and then to get the verdict that they got today, you can't feel anything but sorry for those players involved.
I guess it doesn't look like really ending anytime soon with the legal battle that's going on. And is it just a blight on the game that keeps on keeping on?
Yeah, I think that'll be probably the end of it, so to speak. But I'm not sure what the players will do. It's dragged on for long enough, and I know, speaking of the players like Joe Watson, he's an outstanding person. He holds himself really well, and he's an outstanding character as well. So for him to go through what he's gone through the last 3.5 years, it would have taken a toll on him, no doubt. And then to have the verdict that's come out today, he can hold his head high and be proud of the way he's conducted himself. But you'd love to see the finish of it, and unfortunately it's going to carry on for another 12 months now. Obviously, with those boys going out, no one really knows what's going to happen. They're going to have to get obviously more people on their list in the next coming weeks, so it's going to make it hard for them.